Grab a 3-cube storage organizer from Walmart and start to assemble it based on the instructions provided in the box. After it's assembled, cut some upholstery foam to the length and the width of the top and sides of the organizer. Then start to closely staple some fabric layered with batting to the top side of the organizer. Check to make sure everything fits and cut any excess material. Then staple the material to the sides of the organizer. Add the upholstery foam and fit the material over the foam. Make sure to tuck, wrap, and staple the material around the foam on the other side of the organizer. Tightly staple all of the corners and the sides. And lastly, staple the bottom of the sides. And that's it. Now you have a stylish Sherpa waterfall bench for your space. I hope this inspires you to give a Walmart cube organizer a makeover.
Grab some collapsible storage cubes from Walmart and some paint stir sticks from the hardware store. You will need about 9 to 10 paint sticks for each storage cube. Measure the width of your storage cube and then measure that same distance on a stir stick. Using a utility knife, score the measurement line. I was able to snap the end off many of my paint sticks, but did use a hand saw for some of the stubborn sticks. Make these cuts on all of your paint sticks. Once cut, sand the cut ends of the sticks so there are no rough edges. Using a clean cloth, wipe some wood stain on the top and sides of each paint stick in the stain color of your choice. Depending on how deep you want the stain color, give each paint stick 1 to 3 coats of stain. Let them dry completely. Once dry, lay the paint sticks once again on the side of an open storage cube. Don't lay them on the side with the grommet handles. Those grommets will be on the sides of your finished cube. When you have your layout, start to glue each stir stick to the storage cube panel with a hot glue gun. Your new elevated storage cube will be fantastic storage with its beautiful wood panel front. Take a fabric placemat, mine was a random placemat that I found at a thrift store, and flip it over. Using the storage cube insert, trace around the insert on the placemat with a pencil or marker. Once traced, cut the fabric square from the placemat with some sharp scissors. With a hot glue gun, glue the placemat square to the side of the open storage cube. Take some favorite yarn and make a pom-pom with a pom-pom maker. The instructions come with the pom-pom maker kit and are very easy to follow. Make sure to leave the pom-pom tails, there are 2 of them, long and intact when you make the pom-pom. Using a large needle or upholstery needle, thread one tail of the pom-pom and insert it through the upper center of the glued placemat through the storage cube. Remove the needle so the first tail is on the inside of the cube. Then thread the second pom-pom tail with the same needle and insert it near where you pushed the first tail through, and knot the 2 tails together on the inside of the storage cube. You now have a pom-pom knob for the storage cube. You can store anything you like in this whimsical but practical updated storage cube.
Went to Walmart and grabbed 2 black fabric storage bins, some foam boards, headed to the thrift store and picked up this matching set of wooden shadow boxes. Once I was home, I grabbed the shadow boxes, unscrewed the back, and removed it. Then I pulled off the art and backing that was glued to the back of the frame. After that, I measured the inside of the glass portion of the frame. I used my straight edge ruler to mark out the correct size square onto the foam board, then cut it with a sharp X-Acto knife. Then I laid my 8x10 photo on top and determined how I wanted the frame to look. I decided I wanted the top of the frame to be 1.5 inches thick and the sides to be 1.25 inches. Cut out the middle portion of the square again with an X-Acto knife. Then I took the frames outside and sprayed them with an even layer of spray adhesive, let it dry until it was tacky, then placed a scrap piece of linen fabric over top and smoothed it out. Then I cut out squares on each corner and trimmed off any excess fabric around the edges. Next, I flipped the frame over, sprayed another layer of adhesive, then pulled down the extra fabric around and glued it down. Once the frame was dry, I placed it in the shadow box all the way down to the glass, then added my 8x10 photo on top. Next, I assembled my storage bin. Then I marked the 2 pre-existing holes at the top and 1 at the bottom of the frame with some tailor's chalk. Then I drilled 3 screws in from the back of the bin just so they were popping out the front. Then finished screwing in the screws and securing the frame to the bin. I love how these faux hidden storage bins really elevated the piece. Now they look like pieces of art instead of boring bins and really add a little something special.
The next time you're at the dollar store, grab some crate. I grabbed 2 packs, and I think they're going to be perfect for a space that needs a little something extra at my house. I need to work from the inside out on the crates, so I'm starting with just a little dab of glue in the center of the crate. I want to put the center of the piece of fabric right into the glue, and that's going to hold it as I start working. Now I want to wrap the crate kind of like an inside-out present. I'm going to keep using the hot glue, and I'm going to put it to the bottom edges and then smooth out the fabric. Once the inside base is done, I can start to bring the fabric up the sides and then down the outside. I can keep adding lines of glue to hold it secure whenever I need to. After smoothing out the end fabric, I can simply flip the crate over and glue the ends of the fabric down to the bottom. I grabbed a cardboard box and I just want to trim it down first. I can use a straight-edged razor to cut it off and cut any of the excess off that I don't need. I want the finished piece of cardboard to be a little taller and a little wider than one crate. In order to make the cardboard look like the crates, I'm going to cover it with the same fabric. I cut a piece a little larger than the cardboard, and I'm just going to hot glue it down on the edges, and I'm going to put the glue on the back of it. With the first side glued down, I want to do the opposite one now so that I can keep the fabric nice and tight. All that's left to do now is put it all together. I'm going to lean the cardboard against the wall first, and then add my crates around the edges. How pretty is this space now? These crates were the perfect thing to hold all of my treasures. I hope this has inspired you to grab some crates and use them to decorate your spaces as well.
I picked up an inexpensive woven rug at IKEA, and I'm going to use this to update a couple of fabric storage bins in my home. I started by pulling the bins out of their storage area, and I'm going to lay the rug down flat and then put the bin on top to measure how much fabric I need. I want this rug to overlap the sides of the bin just a little bit so that when you're looking at it from an angle, you don't know that this is only a cover. To attach the rug to the bin, I'm going to use hot glue. Since this is a woven rug and a fabric bin, the hot glue is going to hold up really well and make a nice secure bond. So I'm gluing it to the back, so the handle part of the bin is actually going to be on the back and this fabric is going to be on the other side. Once I've glued it all to the face of the bin, I'm just going to wrap those sides of the rug around and secure it to the sides. Now I'm going to add a handle to this bin. This is a piece of faux leather. You can pick this up at a craft store. So I'm just cutting a long rectangle. I actually measured the original handle from the bin and made this one the same measurements. Now to attach it, I am going to use brads. You can also get these at a craft store, and I am using a brad tool. So I'm going to poke a hole into the handle, one on each side, and stick the brad through. These storage bins are made out of cardboard on the inside, so it's pretty easy to stick these handles on. I'm just going to use that brad tool again and punch a hole through the rug and through the storage bin, and then push that brad through. And then on the inside of the storage bin, I'm going to push the 2 ends of the brad down to secure it in place. This way you can really use that handle and pull it back and forth, and it's not going anywhere. I made 2 of these storage bins to control some of the clutter that I had in this storage bench in my office. So I still get to have all of the craft supplies and binders that I originally had under this bench, but now they're stored away and they look a little bit nicer. So this was a really easy and inexpensive way to update a basic storage bin. Head to IKEA, pick up a rug. You could also do this with a placemat or some funky fabric, and you can update your own bins. I hope you're inspired to go try this. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.